Hey there, Florida Suncoast community. I'm Ed Grabowski, your local real estate broker here serving the Suncoast in Southwest Florida. Today I am talking to you about the Sarasota residential real estate market for September 2024. Now, the question and concerns that we're hearing from home sellers today is, are we likely to see home prices come down? Now, my commitment to the community is to make sure that I provide you with information to help you stay informed about what's happening so that you can make solid and sound financial decisions moving forward. That's why I do these videos, and I hope that you find the information valuable in order to keep you informed about what's happening in the marketplace. Now, let's kind of take a look at some of the numbers and some key indicators to help you get the skinny on what's happening in the marketplace. All right, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the list to sales ratio. Now, why this number is important, because it really kind of gives you an indication of how much negotiation is going on in the marketplace. Now, currently here in Sarasota, home sellers are getting 95.6% on average of their asking price, or conversely, they're selling for 4.4% on average below their asking price. Numbers are the same for condos and townhomes here in Sarasota. So if you are thinking about selling your home, just understand that there is definitely some negotiation going on in today's market. Excuse me. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the total number of pendings. Now, pendings are the number of homes that are under contract where they have an agreement between a buyer and a seller. Currently here in Sarasota, for residential single-family homes, we have 233 homes currently under contract, which is a little bit of a drop month over month of 2.1%. But it's up about 15% from this point last year. Now, at the same time, the number of active listings for properties is up about 6.5% month over month. But we really have seen that number climb over the last year to a significant number. We've actually seen an increase year over year of 206%. So what that tells you for a home seller is if you place your home on the market, you're going to have a significant amount more competition than we did at this point a year ago. Now, there is a pretty good possibility that as home sellers become more aware of where the market is, that they're going to be more willing to negotiate to make sure that their homes get sold before their competition or their neighbors do. This is something that home sellers really should keep in the back of their mind if they're thinking about selling in the near future. Now, this also does suggest that there is a good possibility that we may start to see values come down in the short term, probably at least in the next 6 months or so. All right, so let's talk about the number of closed sales, number of homes that actually have sold in the last 30 days in the marketplace. Here in Sarasota, we've seen 269 homes sell, which is down just over 1.1% month over month, but up about 16% from this point a year ago. Now, if you look at those numbers compared to the pendings, we're probably going to start to see the actual number of home sales come down a bit over the next coming months. All right, so let's take a look at another couple other indicators. Days on market. Days on market is actually about 44 days, which is relatively quick, about a month and a half for homes that are positioned well. So home sellers are still seeing a significant amount of success in this marketplace if they're positioned properly. But you have to be cognizant of the fact that your asking price really needs to be reflective of what the buyer's needs are in today's market. In terms of months of supply, we currently have 4.64 months of supply, which is a significant difference in the days on market. While condos, we have just under 6 months of supply. Now, essentially what that means is if we had no more homes at the marketplace, it would take 4.64 months to sell all of the existing inventory that we have, and just about 6 months to sell all the condos and townhomes here in the Sarasota area. So what that means is we are really kind of starting to push towards a buyer's market in single-family homes. And as far as condos and townhomes, we are definitely in a buyer's market today. Now, if you are thinking about selling in today's market, you need to understand that we are no longer in a market where you can put your property in the MLS and the buyers will beat down and overbid each other for your home. That market just does not exist anymore. You need to make sure that if you put your home on the market, that you work with an agent who has a comprehensive and aggressive marketing plan, because that's what it's going to take to get your home sold in today's market. If you are thinking about doing something, please call me so we can talk about how to position yourself to make sure that you have the best possible outcome in today's market. We're also seeing a significant number of homes expire or taken off the market where the agents were not successful in getting their property sold. Trust me, that is not a list that you want your home to show up on, because it's ultimately going to affect what your property is going to sell for. Now, I have talked to a lot of property owners that had their house on the market and their agent fell short to getting their property sold. And I will tell you, in most cases, it comes down to needing a more aggressive marketing plan. So know that marketing is quite impactful in today's market. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is interest rates. And the reason why this is important, because there's a lot of talk about it, is first off, it affects there's a significant number of buyers in the marketplace that are going to require financing. Probably 2/3 to probably 4 out of every 5 are going to require financing. And it affects how much they qualify for and what their costs to borrow actually are. Secondly, if you're thinking about doing something, if you're looking to downsize or looking for a larger home, it could affect what your borrowing power is as well. So now, according to Freddie Mac, with their primary mortgage market summary, mortgage rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage are currently at 6.09%, which is its lowest point in over 18 months. About 1.75 points below the peak that we saw in October of last year. Now, we also had the Fed meeting that met this past week, and they dropped the federal funds rate 0.5 point, which was more than anticipated, and it's the first time they've actually lowered rates in over 2.5 years. Could be good news in terms of mortgage rates compared to where we were the last 18 months. Now, there's a lot of financial institutions that are projecting that we may see conventional mortgages in that 5.8 to 5.9% range by the fourth quarter of 2025. So we are slowly starting to push down, and we may even see rates below that 6% range, maybe by the second quarter of 2025. Now, if you're waiting for rates to drop below that 5% range, it does not appear that that is on the horizon, so please keep that in mind. Now, if I can be any help to you, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Again, I'm Ed Grabowski. I'd love the chance to earn your business and show you what 25 years in the business can do for you. I want to help you to achieve great results even in today's market. So I appreciate your time today, and I look forward to connecting with you and helping you to have a great real estate experience. Take care.